good evening, and good evening. It is the reaction show to Tottenham 3. Tell a lie. I wish it was Tottenham 4, Man United 3. I'm joined by Yaba as usual. Jeff, the link has been sent. Hopefully you will be able to jump on. But look, you was asking if there's any room. There's always room in the house. As I said, the link's been sent. The link's also in the chat. So if you just want to jump on, I'll let you on when you're ready. Mark, if there was more time, we could have smashed that. Unlucky to United. Andrew is saying, come on, Mark. How can that be unlucky? LOL. Andrew's got his scores up. Bayinda 3, Leacher 3, Euro 5, Lindelof 4, Ericsson 7, Agate 7, Bruno 3, Anthony 2, Rasmus a 3. We'll discuss that in a sec anyway. Bilal, you're just bigging us up. Andrew, we're getting a big up again. Aces is saying, yeah, we did. We did tonight, boy. We really, really did. But look, Yaba, let's start with the team, the starting 11.
Yeah, we couldn't pick it. I was looking at when they started an hour before the game. Obviously, I checked the lineup, and none of us could.
No leaks.
Yeah, exactly. That's why none of us got it. I mean, none of us came close to picking that team. Lindelof was a starter. That's someone I would never have assumed he would have started that game. And the goalkeeper, Ten Hag wasn't doing that often, bringing him in. But he started today. Anthony in a new position as one of the number 10s. Maz, who I heard was injured. That's why we never got this team right. You know, Maz played. We heard he wasn't really available. And Ericsson played. And I don't think many of us picked him yesterday either. I picked Casemiro.
What's his name? Bath time.
Bath time picked Ericsson, yeah. It is natural. I mean, he's a former Spurs player as well. So there's some sentiment there for him to start the game. So, and we all put Zerchi up front. We all felt Zerchi would start. But we understood it. When I saw the Tottenham lineup, I realised they went strong. They clearly went strong to try and win the game. So I think you can't, we can discuss the lineup, and I think the manager you can understand why he made his choices for certain people to play. He's still new to the club. He's still trying to find opportunity to play people and build the trust with the players. And I think he got some answers today about what sort of how big the kahunas are of certain players and whether they can be trusted. So the main ones for me was Lindelof, the goalkeeper, and obviously Anthony. We all felt he played, but he played as a number 10. So it was really interesting when we saw the lineup. But once I saw the Spurs lineup, I thought, whoops, maybe we've made a booper here because they've gone very strong indeed. What were your thoughts, Mr. B, about the lineup?
I didn't expect Spurs to have gone as strong as they did, but there's only a certain amount of players they can play, so he had to go. Maybe I think he was probably forced into his form, into his R1. Expected rotation. Yeah, but to be fair, that's what we've been doing. He's been rotating. Anthony, yeah, agreed, was a surprise. I thought he would have played outright where I think that partnership with him and Ahmad, especially when he comes on, doesn't seem to be too bad. It seems to be something that could work. So I wasn't expecting him to have played that side. I understand why he played, and he was shit.
You think?
Yeah, man. Anthony, he wasn't. I don't think Anthony was good today. The stuff that we expect Anthony to do, he was Anthony. He was just typical Anthony today. Bayinde, I blame him for the first goal. It looked like had a little deflection, but I don't think the deflection was enough for him to have put the ball where he put it. But then you look at Euro, who didn't react. Much as I don't want to call him out.
Don't. Too early.
No. I'm just saying he didn't react to Solanke, and I think that's a defender forward thing. I think that forwards are always ready to sniff out the chance. So with that, so I'm actually blaming Bayinde for that, and I think to be fair, I think he cost us the game. In hindsight, we always moan, oh, we should be playing there's probably a reason why Onana's been playing so much games, so many.
Mhm.
I'm not. It's weird. We've lost the game. We went 3-0 down, obviously, and I thought the game was done. Their goalkeeper is actually worse than ours. Made 2 mistakes, but you have to respect Ahmad, especially for the second one.
Yeah.
You have no right to be running 35 yards hoping that the goalie's going to make the mistake that he made, and that's a desire and something that's inbuilt in him. So I'm glad that he got his goal for that. I'm not disappointed that we've lost. It's weird. You're always upset that you lose, and I did lose my shit when we lost the goals, but I'm not upset that we've lost the game. Tottenham didn't open us up down the middle of the park.
Yep.
That part of the game now, we know under Amarin, that part of it is sorted. There will be teams that probably will 1 and 2, but everything that they did, they had to go outside. They had to go outside. There was nothing that they did coming through the middle, apart from when they scored their set pieces. So I'm not disappointed, but I don't know why. I don't want it to be like this for the whole season where we're losing and it doesn't bother me. But I would like to think that he's now realizing what we knew already. He hadn't been watching the team. There's things that he knew before he came in. Maybe things that he heard. Maybe things that after the first couple of training sessions, fell into place. But there has to come a time where he stops the rotation and decides that he wants to go with his best team. I don't know when that's going to be. I think the fact that he's rotating the squad now and everybody's playing benefits us over that tight Christmas period where it's our set team and then we've got to throw in 4 players who ain't played for 4 weeks. Everybody's actually had game time to play.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I'm not disappointed, but I don't know why.
Fair enough. I mean, look, a lot of us will be disappointed. To go 3-0 down, that was really bad. I mean, I'm disappointed with it's like the same thing we've seen before because the reason I wouldn't be is like I understand where you're coming from. It's because I've seen it before. Individual errors, lack of desire. Like you said, you're calling out defensive errors, not natural stuff that you're supposed to do. Free kick, follow it up. Make sure you follow it up just in case for the first goal. The goalkeeper made some errors. Martinez with that clearance for Kulusevski to score. That was really lame and weak. I was disappointed with that. That's a stupid mistake in my opinion. He should just crash it out, clear it, or do whatever. Not just put a leg out, passing it to a guy, setting a guy up. He gets an assist for that. You know what I mean? And that was a good assist to set up Jeff for his return for the season. First game of the season or first show of the season for Jeff. How you doing, Jeff?
Well, I'd be doing better if we had won. That was pretty woeful for the first 20 minutes.
What do you think about the lineup? Because we were picking teams yesterday, weren't we, on the show? And I saw you put a team out. Any big surprises for you? Major surprises with the lineup alone?
Just Binder. I mean, I wanted him on there, but I thought for sure he was going to play Onana. And then I don't think it would have made much of a difference. They had some tap-ins. But the lineup in the pitch, I had Anthony on. I had other people on. I don't think I had Dallo on.
Did you have Anthony in that position? Yeah. Did you have Anthony?
Yeah,
I
had him on the wing. I didn't have him in the 10. I had him on the wing. I had Mainu and Diallo in the 10s. Or Mainu and actually I think my original one I had Mainu and Eriksson in the 10s.
Oh wow. So no one could have picked that side.
Yeah. He's got to rotate. He doesn't have the squad to do what he wants.
Yeah.
Do you think he knows his 11? His starting 11 yet?
I think he knows the best 11 he can put out there for 60 minutes before he has to make a change.
I just want to I just want to get to the big stuff because Jeff's just arrived, and obviously everyone knows Jeff's a referee. There were some dodgy decisions yesterday. I don't know if you saw the other quarterfinals with Liverpool and Arsenal. I think they had there was something controversial there as well, or was it just Mateta just bullying their centre back? I can't remember. But anyway, today, would you make a case for the goal that went in straight from a corner that should be a foul on the goalkeeper? What are your thoughts on that initially? I know it's fresh, but what do you think about that goal, the fourth goal they can be conceded?
Yeah, he didn't really complain until after his teammates started complaining. So, I mean, the goalie knows first whether he's been interfered with, and he wasn't really making a fuss. So I think there was some light contact, but when you're jostling around in there, your own players can push guys into you, and and they want to foul for that. They throw the guy. I've done matches where they've thrown the guy to the goalie and then wanted a foul on the goalie, right? So, you've seen it too, but I don't really think there was much in it. I think he just misplayed the ball.
So but he could have punched with his right hand. He went to touch it, and his left hand was palmed away by the oncoming Swedish guy.
Yeah, are you really gonna call that as a? You really think?
No, I'm asking. I'm curious because we looked at it a few times. I'm watching. I'm thinking actually, if he had access to both hands, he could have actually cleared it. But the other guy, the guy rushing on, the Swedish guy, took his left hand. There was contact there. So I'm just curious. I'm just curious what Jeff thinks about that, his initial thoughts, and what the rule is. Because there's no VAR today, and it's funny because Gary never said on the TV he thinks the goalkeeper's asking for VAR, like which is not available. So Jeff, I mean, you didn't really answer the question. Was that a foul? Would you call that? Is that by the book? Is that a foul? I'm not begging for it. I'm just asking what you think.
So the law said that
having some technical difficulties.
I don't. Yeah, no, I'm back. Okay. I did not think that it was keeper interference. Keeper interference would be the call, contact with the keeper, interfering with his right to play the ball, just like anywhere else on the pitch. You interfere with a player. It's a direct free kick, right? And I'll have to go back and look at it again. But watching it in real time, I thought his player moved the defender into the keeper. I thought the defender moved the attacker into the keeper.
Yeah.
See, and I'm
going to take a look at it again now since you're so adamant about it. I mean, couldn't understand why he didn't hit it with his right hand.
Yeah, completely missed it.
It was slicing in that way. He was trying to come across his body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was a ploy by Spurs. Obviously,
I'll go back and look at it. I mean, it absolutely could be.
Yeah, when what we saw from the keepers today, you can understand why Ahmad was taking shots on target, and why they went for that corner and hit it right at the goalkeeper. These guys must be nervous as hell once you make a couple of mistakes like that. It was really dodgy out there. Both goalkeepers. I don't know what I've seen Andrew put his score out, but you got to be talking like 2 out of 10 for that. It's absolutely dreadful. Some of those mistakes that we've seen today at this professional level, yeah. Let's get on with the first goal though that we conceded. Can we run that back, Mr. B? I mean, the first goal against Spurs came in the first half, right?
I thought it was a bad touch by the centre back. I thought it was a bad touch by Lindelof for the pass out that started their move.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think. I'm sure somebody told me it was somebody else, but there was a touch inside on the pitch where I was saying he shouldn't have made that pass.
Yarrow and Lindelof both bad passes to each other out. So I thought it was Yarrow out.
I mean, it may well have been, to be fair, but I just feel that the goalie should have done better. Is Jeff gone? Jeff will be back. The goalie should have done better, a lot better.
Who scored the first goal for Spurs again?
Solanke. So it was a long shot, It was maybe a 25-yard. The goalie went down.
Oh
went
yeah,
down,
yeah. All right.
And then he didn't run in.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying Euro should have. Well, all defenders should be running back on that one. To even get the shot off as well. I mean, that he should have got to be closing down a bit quicker than that.
Thank you. So that the first goal, the second goal. What was the second goal?
Was it the So Solanke got the first with that rebound. Kulusevski scored one with Martinez basically laying it on a plate when the ball got played across the 6-yard box.
Wasn't that the third goal?
Mm.
Guys, you know what our memories are like on here, and it's been a long night.
We need Dora.
Yeah, we're gonna need a reminder or Jeff to come back on.
Yeah, he'd know.
What was the see? You know what? Maybe if we see who was the second goal, then we'll have the internet. Oh, right, okay, I got you. That's no problem, brother. That's no problem, man. That's no problem. Guys, we need to know who scored the second goal so that we can discuss it because it'll.
Well, talking about the third goal for start, I mean Martinez there. That was really whack. I mean, you got to clear the ball with some force. He just put a foot out on it and just laid it straight to the man. It's just like, come on, what are you thinking of? That's just ridiculous. And Martinez has been getting pelters. When he first came, he had a reputation of being a butcher and this sort of great defender. I know people talk about his height and just making out that he wouldn't be able to make it. But I was quite encouraged by him in the first season. But his reputation just keeps dipping lower and lower. And today was another example as to why I don't think, even in the back three, he's going to help us out in any way. That was really, really whack, in my opinion.
The second goal was the only goal.
Oh, so it was that goal, yeah. So there you go. I'm pulling out Martinez for that. And everyone looked at him. You can see once they scored, all the players in the 6-yard box looked straight at Martinez. He knew that was a boo-boo.
Third goal, Solanke. I'll be honest, I had my head in chat and didn't see the Solanke finish or the Solanke goal.
Well, here's the thing with Solanke. He ran, basically got played in, ran from almost the halfway line, ran with the ball, cut inside, jockeyed and hit it between Evans' legs to score. And obviously a good finish, but to be allowed to run inside like that, it's poor. Evans could have got closer to him, I reckon. But Evans just come on the pitch. You're making these guys look good, to be honest. It's a Chelsea reject who wasn't wanted, gone to Bournemouth. He's big and strong, but to me, I don't think he's got any frills or anything. He made this guy run through like that, jockey, play it through the legs, and he scored a brace today. And next thing you know, he'll be getting called up for England again, based on his form. I don't think he's that good a player. I think he's a player you should be able to manage. No frills, just physically strong,
basic,
not exactly fast. You got to deal with these guys, and this is why I think everyone gives pelters to certain defenders, but Maguire standard locks him up. De maybe would lock him up as well. You start with Lindelof and you bring on Evans. I don't think you're asking for trouble at this sort of level. Solanke, good player, but I just don't think he's not spectacular for me. But we made him look like that today, especially with the second goal he scored, to run through like that and no one put pressure on him or sort of bring him down or pinch the ball off him. He's looking like Pele out there, and that's just like disgraceful in my opinion.
V's agreeing with you. Spot on. Solanke is shite.
He's better than me. I'm not disrespecting that, but you should be able to deal with him. Like even you can say top strikers in the league. You can say, well, they got something special about him, extra pace, good in the box, can turn away from defenders, create space. He's just got the basics, which I think most defenders in the Premier League, if you're up for it, should be able to deal with. And we didn't today. Disappointing. Oh, here we go, Jeff. Yeah.
So United's first goal. A shocking short pass by Forster, picked up by, I think it was Bruno, wasn't it? And played into Xerxes.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Foster gets us back into the game.
Basically.
And for a little while, Tottenham looked a bit rattled. Ahmad then scores another one from another error.
Yep.
And they're on the ropes.
But prior to that, I mean, just before we scored the first goal, like we did have a shot on target, and then suddenly Dalot's been played in with an overlap run, crossed it from deep because he had no option. It's like, okay, here we go. They're going to clear that. They actually went to Xerxes, and he got. We know he doesn't score with his head, but he's got ahead on it. He got ahead on it. I felt he could have put a bit more oomph into it, but he just directed it, and it went bounced and thing. It was going on target. It was a good save by Forster. Fraser Forster. But I think Xerxes needs to sort of get a bit of a oomph on it. Good morning, you know. It was just like
not here.
Yeah, he just redirected it. Like he didn't want to mess up his curls or whatever. But obviously from after that, Forster's giving the ball away. And it was good, but you have to agree, it's good pressing. We had Bruno pressing, we had Xerxes bending his run and limiting Foster's options, which led him to one option in which was Bruno read like a book, and we pinched him. And this is good to see because you creating goals from your press is something that a lot of teams do, and it shows you've got energy as well to do that. So I'm really pleased to see us score a goal in that method, you know. And well done, Xerxes, put the ball away, but well done to Bruno, Xerxes, and the other guys for putting pressure on in the first place and looking for that. So that's gone to 3-1 because at that point, 3-0, it looks like they were just going to cruise the game. But clearly, this is Spurs. We know what Spurs are like.
Second goal. Ahmad, he has no right to be running 35 yards after the ball to hit the back in the to score his goal, but Ahmed at the moment has hit a real beautiful vein of form for the club. I'm glad he got his goal. He's now making a difference. He's now the difference maker. I believe he's now the first name on Amarin's team sheet. It's just where he decides to play him. Another error by Forster, but it brings us back into the game. Thoughts?
Well, we say error, but you've got to create your own luck, and the desire that he's shown. I mean, I'd like to see some data. I'm not really a data guy, but I know from my own eyes, watching him, he closes down a lot of players, and pinches the ball and gives us creates a lot of chances for us from that. I think sometimes when you're defending, you see this little guy running towards you, like, he's nothing. But he's intercepting, he's pinching balls and getting chances from it, and that was beautiful today. Just shows everything about him lately. You want to know about a talent, you expect to be seeing Ahmad's highlights being skills or little, cutbacks and that kind of thing. But the main highlight for me, where he's really stood up this season, is his work rate and his desire to sort of do the dirty work, which is anticipation and doing what the manager requires, making an effort, and you get rewarded for that. And that was a major reward. You can say it's a goalkeeper error. Yeah, most certainly. But not many, like you say, you see this guy running towards you, you're probably thinking, all right, I should pass it off here or do it on cutback. If that was an Arne, he'd do a little Cruyff turn or something like that. But boys, Forster played the ball, but it's because Ahmad, when he got there, he still jumped into it to anticipate it. So if he's jumping like that, if the goalkeeper had anything about him, he would have done a little drag back, and you would have seen Ahmad flying. You see what I'm saying? But Ahmad took the chance to do that. We got to give Ahmad enough respect, man. He's got to be, since we've been doing this Man United agenda. I know when Bruno first came on the scene, he scored goals. He was really impactful. But I'm really, really impressed with this guy, and it's just the fundamentals. Like you teach your son, happy birthday, by the way, about fundamentals. He should be watching that, saying that's the desire that people look for. And the unspoken thing, what you're supposed to do. Everyone's supposed to be doing that, putting that sort of effort in. And I'm just really delighted for him. I will keep praising him because of that. Even if he doesn't score another goal all season, as long as he puts that effort in and looks for those things, then you can say, yeah, he's doing a good job. And shame on the other guys because he's only young, but he's probably our better player, one of the best players in the club right now. What do you think about that? Is it the goal? Look,
we deserve better. Has got it here. Ahmad's hunger and desire is a joy to behold. I mean, it's Andrew again. It's got Ahmad sensational getting the ball off the opposition this season. He wins most duels that he goes in for. He's 5'5", 5'6", and he wins most duels that he goes in for. You know, so yeah, long may it continue. Long may it continue. You know, I don't want the contract to come. Doesn't strike me as that kind of player. The contract signed and he's resting on his laurels. You know, I don't want it to be a thing where as soon as his contract signed, he drops off a cliff. You know what I mean? Because then everybody's going to be saying he was playing for the contract or he was doing for this, doing for that. I think it will continue. I think he's an integral part of what Amarin wants to do. He realized very, very early how good a player he is, even if he didn't before, he does now. And he's earning his space in the team, and that's all you can do. That's all you can ask your players to do. Earn your position in the squad. Goal number 4, Yaba. It went straight in from a corner. I've not seen. To me, that's amateur football. That's my level of football. You know, I know Jeff was saying. Did Jeff say he thought it was a foul?
No, Jeff said he doesn't think it's a foul.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a foul. I think he should have gone with his other hand instead of turning his back and trying to do whatever he was trying to do to get it out. That made it number 4.
The thing is, it's called football. This is the sport we're playing in. So the goalkeepers have every advantage because it's not football to them. They can use hands as well, so it's hand and football. You see, there's a saying about hand-to-eye coordination, and I didn't see that today. You've got the advantage as a goalkeeper of drawing fouls. Any sort of contact you can exaggerate, get fouls majority of the time. You can use your hands in those situations. So anyone coming in with their head, you know, you got the advantage on them because you can just come out, punch the ball, and clear things. You've got size as well. Most goalkeepers, like Beyonde, what his name is, he's probably 6'3", 4, 5. Big guy. All he has to do is say keepers or make a statement like that, and people would hesitate before coming out. And he should do that regularly, so that guy wouldn't even think about trying to charge him down without getting an elbow or something as he clears space and punches the ball away or claims something. You've got to show that sort of desire and volume with speech, you know, and put some bass in there, and people know keepers. So even if you're just anticipating someone just coming through you. The fact that they were able to do that because he's lacking confidence for the first goal, you can see that. They at halftime, the manager's probably said, "Put it on this guy. Put it on this guy. He's new. He looks shook out there. Put it on him." And they certainly did. That corner, it wasn't a set piece. It was basically saying, "Just, you know, aim for that guy." And that's exactly what happened. And no matter how he tried to complain or moan, it was just too late. You're not going to get that, and I don't think he should get that because that should be a lesson to him. To say, if you want to be a major big keeper, it's not. You might have the attributes, you might have the height, you might have the athleticism, you might look good in training or whatever. But when it comes to the big game, you need to have some character and not allow things like that to happen by letting people know that you are the boss. This is what I say when we all the thing, but it's my house. Like when I'm defending as a centre back, any balls in those areas like that, my house. I feel violated or robbed if someone comes in and pinches in or wins a header when it's in my house. And that's what goalkeepers need to represent. 6-yard box, penalty area, you've got access to your hands and you can punch and you can get away with things. You should be dealing with that. And that's why I'm disappointed with him. And I'm sure, anyone else in the comments who's been calling for him to play, this is the reason why he's not sure of himself. And he needs to learn from this. Hopefully he'll learn from this, go away and get more confidence. No matter what you say about Onana, he's got balls. He might be a bit crazy sometimes, might take a lot of risks, but he will do what it takes and come back with character to make sure he keeps his place. But that was pathetic in my opinion. Mr. B.
I can't disagree with anything you've just said. To be fair, I was trying to dig a hole in it somewhere. I'm like, I like to get a bit, but I'll have to leave you with that one. Touche, bro. I'll have to.
What the guy's saying? I mean, look, come on, we have to talk about this goalkeeper situation, and that was dreadful.
Mark Coram is saying, bring back the hair. Andrew's saying he wouldn't write Bayindir off after this.
He wouldn't.
He wouldn't. No. He
Oh,
didn't
right,
write
okay.
him off yet. He thinks he's saying he had something about here we go. He's just saying that he looks a good keeper to me. Just had a crap evening. We've only seen him play once, or is it twice?
I think that's the second game I've seen him. Yeah.
V is saying Bayindir will not recover. His mental strength is weak. He's finished.
Yeah, I'm with V on that.
Yeah, I think he's done. I think he's broken him. You wait for your opportunity and you play like that. No, I'm not having it, man. Erin van der Sar, great goalkeeper, and so was Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah, definitely.
Our third goal. Who scored our third goal?
Oh God, it's bad getting us two old boys on here.
I know. Don't.
Oh, it's Evans, Johnny Evans from a
from a header
corner.
Yeah. So we scored from a set piece and conceded from two set pieces. Fantastic. I mean, look, he got us back into the game. God bless Johnny Evans. I think that his minutes are going to be very, very limited. There's two players ahead of him in that position, in De Ligt and Maguire. I don't think he fancies him out left, and he definitely doesn't fancy him out right. I have no problem with Evans coming on. He wasn't a starter, but he was a sub that kept Maguire safe for the weekend.
Right.
As I said already, I think the priority is always the league. And I think he goes really, really strong. And Maguire and De Ligt come straight back into that for the weekend, which I think is only gonna benefit us. Who was our worst player today, Yaba? And who was our best player? You don't have to give me the whole full score prediction.
We'll just go back to the goal. I just think Evans, if you watch Evans, he's always a threat on set pieces, attacking set pieces. He's always trying to get his head on something or score, or he knows how to do it. He knows how to make those runs, time those runs. And he's no bigger than any other defender. Lindelof is probably taller than him. And these other guys don't seem to score. I remember Rio Ferdinand rarely scored from set pieces. And this is where Terry had the edge over him, for example. When you got that sort of height, you want to be it's right when you're defending, you seem to win your headers. But when you get the other end and you're attacking, Evans wins headers. Evans goes and scores. Maguire tries, always looking to score. But a lot of these other players seem to be hiding, in my opinion. And I'd rarely see Martin. Martin had scored against Arsenal last year, but it was a deflected second phase ball. I'd rarely seen our defenders going up there. Now, De Ligt will do it, Harry Maguire will do it, and Evans will definitely do it. And you saw today, he made a run, glided to the front post, and got there before Basuma with a bit of arm wrestling, which is not illegal. He got away with that, and directed it towards goal and used the speed of the ball to get there. You talk about our best and worst player today. For me, the worst player on the pitch was Martinez, obviously the goalkeeper. We spoke about him, but Martinez for me, because he made so many mistakes, he's just not the man he used to be. He's shrinking, and you can't imagine he can get much smaller than he is. But he's shrinking with his confidence. You can see it's zapping away from him. He's not that butcher anymore. I don't know what you call a mini butcher or someone who's no longer a butcher. He's probably working. He's a greengrocer now. He's a greengrocer. Yeah, he's peeling fruit or something like that. He's just not that same guy. That reputation of being this butcher, this hard man, the guy, resilient and everything. He's lost it. The injuries had zapped his confidence. Maybe he's lost the yard. He's been got at by Premier League players. They target him. We've seen him get exposed a few times. And today, I mean, the clearance and just some of his play really, for me, is below the standard. And I think he's somebody that I would be thinking shouldn't be starting in the first team anymore. They really need to start considering getting rid of these guys. People might like him, but for me, if you start there and you're not getting and you're losing your confidence, maybe it's best to drag someone away for a period of time, say, nah. You need to take a break, bruv, and start realizing, like what they do with Anthony, that if you watch the game and watch the standards we expect, you're not performing them at the moment. So Maguire, De Ligt, Euro, if you're talking about starters, that's where I'm going with the starters from now on. Because Martinez today was poor, and I just don't think he's good enough to be our front. One of the first three defenders.
Then who are you playing on the left of the three?
I just play those three. Where you play Maguire there, for example. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because he's played there before for England. He's always played on the left-hand side of a 2 or left-hand side of a 3. He's always had the
Yeah, but
ability to
then
do that.
will he be able to close down the channels? Do you think he's not going to get
Yeah,
done?
if we can defend in wide areas, I think he can if he times it correctly. And if he's got support, with this three-man back line, you've always got the wing back as well to help you out, and the midfielder, especially someone like Ugarte, who's there now, who's designated to sort of help the defence. So I think it's not that much of an issue. I just think you've got to play your best players and forget this left foot thing. For now, Maguire, De Ligt, and Euro look like the three going forward because Martinez is shot. I'm concerned about him. What's your thoughts?
I'll put V's thought up first. Lisandro Martinez is still a butcher, but doesn't cut up meat anymore. He's been demoted to packing up burgers and making the sausages.
Yes, V. It's true. Take that label off him. You know when you go to a store and they say, "Can I help you?" It's like, "No, you can't. Get to the back." And like he says, chop up some burgers or something. Well done, B. Well done, B. Say great minds.
We deserve better. It's just saying the thing is we need Martez due to rotation.
Yeah, but not first team for me. Not first team.
Well, he said we deserve better. The worst player, Martinez, cost us 2 goals. Needed to leave the defense, not disrupt it. And Andrew's gone. His worst player was Anthony, and the best player was Eriksen when he was on the pitch. I don't like agreeing with with Anthony too often, with Andrew too often. But to be fair, I actually I would go with that. I thought Anthony was terrible. I mean, it's a shame he wasn't playing in the position that he's been playing well in. But I suppose if you've got Mazraoui who can play there, you're not going to play Anthony over Mazraoui. So Anthony got his time, his position. I don't think he did well. And best player, I thought Eriksen. While he was on, impressed me. But was it a substitution that was made because Eriksen faded? Was it a substitution that was made because he wanted to get Mainu on? Was it? I just don't think Eriksen has any future after January at the club. I think if they can get him out in January, I think they'll get him out.
I think he's going to leave on a free. I don't think there's no urgency to get rid of him in January. I think he leaves on a free in the summer and starts going back to Ajax or one of his clubs. He's still got a lot to offer at sort of a lower league or something. But yeah, he probably was one of our better players. He was helping us tick over. You have to remember, Mr. B, in the first half, even though they didn't really create clear-cut chances, and we had a couple of chances to score. I think Bruno got played in. He kept finding space, didn't he, in the channel? And this is where you say Bruno and Anthony were playing as 2 10s today. You saw the amount of work and intelligence Bruno was doing off the ball in the first half to create space and give Poro loads of issues because he was coming inside and Poro had to come with him, and he's making these runs in between the fullback and the centre back down the channel and stretching them in that way and just causing problems. Whereas you look at Anthony, he wasn't doing the same. It's like Anthony wants the ball to feet and thinks it's futsal, and to say, "Oh, look, I'm going to do a little shuffle or something." That can't work in an 11-side game. You need to do a lot more and offer yourself and sacrifice yourself by making runs off the ball. And Anthony, compared to 2, Bruno and Anthony, it's like night and day. Anthony wasn't putting the work in or didn't have the intelligence to do that. A dreams opportunity to play as a number 10. I'm sure he's been dying to do that, and he's really ended up getting subbed off because he wasn't good enough. So, if you compare him to what Bruno was doing, it was really poor, in my opinion. So, Anthony, he let himself down today.
Yeah, it's levels in it. V, she's actually at the pub, and knowing that she's probably gonna have to catch an Uber back home after the performance that we put in. But yeah, she's actually at the pub. She hit the like a little bit earlier on in the other stream. But
thanks,
yeah, she's good, man. So yeah, but look, we've been there 40 minutes, and I know we both got work tomorrow. The game's gone. Like I said, I don't feel too upset. I want him to go strong against Bournemouth. I think we need to. Any thoughts on obviously closing thoughts on today and what you're expecting for the Bournemouth game?
Well, it's been a tough week, isn't it? We won at City with the desire to come back after being 1-0 down for such a long period. We've come back today and, after being 3-0 down, got back to 3-2 and showed a bit of desire. That's the thing. I think it's the fundamentals, as we saw today when we talk about Ahmad. The fundamentals are what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give all the effort, listen to the boss, follow instruction, and put the work rate in and the effort. If we do that against Bournemouth, which they do stand by standard, that's their motto, then we've got a chance competing. If we don't do that, we're going to have problems. So the manager's got to get the best out of these players. I know they got a train down to London today. Do they get a train back to Manchester now, or do they hang around, go to the South Coast? I don't know. But over the next coming days or night, whatever, they got to look at themselves, have a strong, long, hard look at themselves and say, we need to match Bournemouth for effort to have any chance of getting a result there, especially away from home.
Sorry, I just want to this one here, this from Andrew. Stephanie not here. It's not flattery, but what she does for United on this YouTube channel is phenomenal. Yeah, I agree. Big up, Steph. I know you're at the pub, and I know you can't hear this, but yeah, there's always enough love coming from the agenda for the work that you do for us, boy. Standard.
Thank you, Stephanie.
That's standard.
It's not just Stephanie, all you guys. I mean,
yeah,
you really contribute to us. We're really grateful for all you guys. There's so many channels out there, especially Man United channels, loads of big channels out there. And the loyalty and the support that you give us, and we really love that. We respect you, all you guys, and all the contributions you give to the Man United agenda. So I don't know why. I think maybe we're just authentic. We just do our thing. We've got no ego. We're not trying to become millionaires or big profiles or whatever. We're just us doing our thing, like you guys, loving our club, and just putting shows out on the daily. So thank you so much.
Yeah, there you go. You guys are fun. That's why we keep coming back. Bless you, man. Bless you, man. Bless you guys. Honestly, enough love. Christmas time is coming. I have nobody's address, but we will do a Christmas special where we're probably going to end up getting drunk.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. Well, look, I'll drink your one. I'll drink Bath Time's one. And anybody else's one who's offering, I'll make sure I can top that up. But look, guys, I said, look, we've got work tomorrow. It is a late one. We will be back. Try to be back tomorrow. It's my little man's birthday, so
happy birthday.
Yeah, I'll say happy birthday from now. Whether you see me
Friday, I will.
Friday, we will see. But guys, look, as I said, as always, thanks for watching. It's like a notch from me.
A like a notch from me. Thanks, guys.